Today we're going to do a full motorbike tour of a Ducati Desert X from the year 2024, 110 horsepower. We converted a stock Ducati into a full world tour adventure bike. We're going to start probably from the front to the back. So from the very front, we haven't really changed anything except for added a headlight grille. So that's a Ducati one. We added a front intercooler or cooler grille as well from all the pebbles that will be coming up from the tracks we'll be doing. A crash bar, definitely important, otherwise we will damage all the plastics. So this is SW-Motech, same goes for the fog lights. So this is mostly for nighttime because there's never enough light on a motorbike, but we're not sure, we don't think we'll ride at night, so this is really just as backup. Then we have pouches. So one on the left and one on the right, directly attached to the crash bar, and these are our raincoats, our raining gear. So we've got rain jacket, rain pants, rain glove, and maybe a little sweater because it does get cold. So this is kind of just quick need rain gear, and they're on each side. And we wanted something soft in here, like we didn't want to put a camera or a drone because if we fall, everything will be smashed. So being it clothes, it acts as a cushion for when we fall and adds actually a little bit more of a gap for our legs because it falls on the crash bar, but also a bit of cushion. So it adds maybe this much of crash. So we've got Pirelli STR Rally tires. The tires go really well on road, in rain, and in tracks, on the tracks, on gravel. For the sand, I think they're too stiff. So it would have been nice if we had a bit squishier tires so that it would be easier to ride. So far we're very happy, so we might replace them with the same tires, which are the stock ones given by Desert X on these bikes. And we have these little front axle sliders, so if the bike falls, instead of hitting on the plastic or on the brake disc, it hits on here, and you can actually see it has a bit of scratch marks already because after Tunisia we dropped the bike in the sand and on the tracks, and so you can already see it's doing its job, which is what we want. Now coming to the front dash of the motorbike, the first thing we changed is the handguard. It used to be a plastic one, which looked really cool, but that's not what we're here for. We changed it to a metallic one, so this one will be a lot more rigid and it's got a good cover for the wind, the rain. We did also add here 2-point charging points, so we have a USB charging point and a USB-C charging point because the idea is because we'll be doing tent nights at times, we will need to charge all of our drones, our cameras, our computer, and to do that we need USB-C and a lot of charging points. So we've got 2 here and 1 back there, so that's 3 charging points. Now we also have a wireless phone mount here, so that charges wirelessly our phone. It's a QuadLock and also acts as a GPS. So if I put my phone here, it's actually perfect because it's a quick install, but also it charges the phone and I have my GPS right there and I can follow the tracks. And I moved the dashboard of the speedometer to the right, so that way I can have both. So this is a custom built rally kit so that you can install the 2 setups. So we've got the phone charging, point of charge at the back, and 2 here. And all of the gear that we gotta charge, so like our power banks and our battery packs, they will all go in here. And this is kind of a little cables pouch, so you have all the charging cables. And the idea is that we just put everything in here or in here, and off we go. We keep usually our passports, our wallet, and our sunglasses in here, just quick access things, or maybe even our earbuds, so that it's quick access. And what's cool about this is you just pull one lever and off you go. So that way we just walk away with this, which has all important docks, and off we're gone. Now when it comes to anything else around the dashboard, the only thing we added is this fog light button, so it's right there, quick access, a GoPro mount, and a 360 bar. So selfie stick. And finally, actually one thing I forgot is lifted handbars. So bar raisers of probably this much, which I gonna guess 5 centimeters. So when I'm standing up, because I'm a little taller, it's easy and I'm not crouching down to do it. So that has worked really well. Heated grips, which is optional at Ducati, and we took them because when you're riding in the rain or snow, no fun. No heated seats though, that's okay. Now going from the front to the rear, we have in the rear a 40 liter, I believe, pannier on this side and a 35 liter on this side. The reason why it's different sizes because the exhaust is here, so it's a bit deported. So we've got a lockable pannier, hard case, we changed a few of the plates. So this is a metallic plate instead of a plastic plate. We put one on the water pump as well to cover it. And a massive bash plate from SW-Motech, because the tracks we're gonna do definitely want to protect the bike. And we did not change the feet rest because the Ducati Desert X ones are already pretty beefy and really good. And of course you can remove that cover. And then when you're doing off-road or if it's raining, stand directly on the studs rather than on the slippery rubber. We added a central stand. So this is mostly when we're doing maintenance, so removing a rear tire, front tire, greasing the chain, or if there's any fixings to do, a lot easier to do that than having it on the sidekick. For the sidekick, we added a bigger diameter so that when we are parked on the mud, the bike doesn't fall over with the weight and hopefully has a bigger surface. So far it's worked really well. So there's a lot of little details like that that makes everything better for an adventure bike. And finally, on this side, what you can see here is the TFX Suspension. Here is custom built in the Netherlands, and one of the weaknesses of the Desert X is the rear suspension. It's too soft, and now that we have all the panniers and we're too up on the bike, we're just bottoming out the whole time. So this is custom built to our bike's weight, and this one is modifiable in 3 different points. So the rebound, the preload. And it's really important to have the right suspension, because when you're cornering on roads or if you're going off-road, it's better to have a lot more control. It gives you a lot more stability and a lot more security. So having the right shocks for your weight and bike is extremely important. Now moving on to the back, so not much except for a GoPro mount here and a GoPro mount there. And here a little case for our tools. So we literally have a tool roll that goes right in there and it's tucked away below the seat. Kind of the same distance from where the exhaust is. Okay, now coming to the panniers. So we have the top case and the 2 lateral cases. So in the rear here, as I said here, half of it is camping gear and the other half is black and white pouches from Matador. All the black ones are mine and all the white ones are Mathilde, so it's really easy to find. Now we have pants and t-shirts in one, socks and boxers in another, and another one is mostly just jackets and maybe scarves. Usually here we have our toothbrush that fits right in here, and under here just a few gadgets like headphones, power bank, things like that, so a few electricals. So this is what's in this case. We're very minimalistic and everything fits in the cases. The reason why we have these elastic bands here is sometimes we leave our jacket or pants, moto pants, directly on the bike and they won't fit in the boxes, so we just tie them up here and that's it. When it comes to the top case, this is spare parts. So we have a few of these pouches from Matador as well. We have a health kit, little pouch with our passports and a few important documents. And here, all the soaps, like the shampoos, the towels, things like that. So everything is kind of the shared accessory, and here are spare parts and the documents. And coming to the last pouch, here is more of these Matador pouches where we share more clothes and electronics as well. So we have in here the camera, the computer, we have a drone mini, we have a GoPro, and then the Insta360 and all the cables that go with it, the hard drives. So this really is a bit of clothes and mostly all electronics. So everything fits, literally everything fits in 3 panniers. The bike stock without fuel is 200 kilos, 202 kilos. With fuel, I think it's 222 kilos. And the whole bike with all of the gear filled, but not us on it, is 330 kilos. And then with us two on it, 450 or 470 kilos, I can't remember. So it's a bit of a heavy bike, but it's been working great. I think that's everything. And finally, 2 last pieces. Where do we keep our food? We don't. We don't have any cooking gear. We don't have any food except for maybe a few cookies. We might buy a sandwich, but what we do usually is we just buy picnic food, and that's all we do. So we're keeping very light. In terms of security, what we have is a disc alarm. So when you set this up, it'll start beeping if you barely even shake the bike. So this could be good. And the second thing is we have a proper lock. And this is what we use for the tires, but also we slide it through our motorbike jacket and helmet. And that way we can leave everything on the bike, go for a hike, go for a visit of a town or whatever, and hopefully no one steals our stuff. So with these 2, I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Now the last thing we did is change the exhaust, and the reason, like I was saying earlier, is because we need to keep the maintenance level of a modern bike to the minimum. It's really easy to remove a case. And so we changed the exhaust to a Termignoni exhaust, which removed the catalytic converter, because when we start getting bad fuels over in Asia and Africa, it's going to clog. And so having a clean pipe, straight pipe, will actually make it a lot safer for if we get stuck one day with bad fuel. Inside the fuel tank we have a filter, fuel filter, which actually falls down probably this low, and it's just an auxiliary filter to make sure that we catch even more sand, more dirt, more crap, and it also does a water fuel separator. So maybe once a year we just pull it out, if there's any water, empty it and put it back in. So hopefully, being a 2024 motorbike, we won't have too many sensor problems, too many electrical issues, and hopefully we don't need to go to a Ducati shop so that they can reboot the bike. So we tried the maximum to remove all of those issues, and now fingers crossed, but we're ready to go all the way to Kazakhstan, hopefully to Taiwan, we'll see. But the idea is to travel all around the world with Gully, our motorbike, and Nick and Mathilde behind the camera. Don't hesitate to ask us anything that you've seen or have a question about. If you're on a motorbike adventure trip, let us know if you did anything different, because we just started, so we have so much to learn. And if you have any general questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel for more adventures.